Hey guys, what is up? Mai here, and today we're going to be playing some more Project Zomboid, and this is actually my 500th video. Now, technically 501st, but you know, or first, however the hell you say that. But you know, this time around we are actually, just going to be doing an hour-long special, just in celebration of it. And I did end up leaving a comment on a whole heap of my videos, saying if you guys wanted to ask me anything, feel free to leave some questions, and I'll try to get back to everybody. And it ended up getting, lots of upvotes. Everybody, seemed really keen for it, but I never actually got all that many questions. So I will be answering the questions that I did get, and talking a little bit about what I'm going to keep doing with Project Zomboid, and other things as well, such as the update status and things like that. Now we are actually starving, and this is the first time I've ever actually been starving in the game. My health is actually slowly going down, and I'm in agony. So that's really not good. So what do we have to eat at the moment? Let's drink that orange soda. Sure, why not? And let's hope that this oven's still gonna work, because we don't have a whole lot on us. Actually, we do have those watermelon slices. Holy crap, I had to eat 7 of them just to get up to fed. Alright, so we'll eat that chicken as well, so we'll just quickly chuck that on the oven. Now, in the last video, lots of people were telling me to actually, go make a Molotov and go burn down all those zombies. And I'd love to do that, but at the moment, fire doesn't actually work in Project Zomboid, so, we're gonna have to avoid that for a little while. So we're very well fed now, but still in pain, so let's drink some or eat some painkillers. We'll take 6. And I actually also wanted to try one more thing out. Not long ago, I pointed out that, we've run out of water, we can't actually fill it up anymore. But I ended up getting a comment back from someone. And they said, similar to, Fallout New Vegas and games like that, you can actually drink the, the remaining water from the toilet. So look at that, I was actually able to fill up my water bottle, from the toilet. And apparently you can only do this once, because, well, obviously there's only going to be one lot of water in there. And I mean, I guess it's not the most sanitary thing in the world. Why am I queasy? I didn't actually drink any of the water I just picked up. The watermelon wasn't rotten, not that I saw, and the chicken seemed fine. I definitely haven't been scratched or bitten either. Oh, but everything is all good. Fortunately for us, our character is a little bit freaked out at the moment. He doesn't like what's happening. And I mean, I could not agree more. For me personally, if I was in a zombie apocalypse, and just even the slightest thing, even if I just had like the flu or something, flu-like symptoms, or just a simple head cold, even a headache, I would be freaking out so much. I'd instantly think the worst. And I mean, I guess that would probably be the toughest thing around a zombie apocalypse, because I'm not really a hypochondriac, but when there's that much disease, and when the disease is that scary, I mean, it's not really irrational to, kind of think that, the second something slightly goes wrong. Okay, so the zombies haven't spawned inside of our house today. It's a little bit late. We haven't actually been able to do too much so far, but let's just check outside. How's it looking? It's not looking too bad, but, I'm not really in the position where I can actually afford to go outside at the moment. It is a little bit risky because, last time I tried to do something like this, with all of these negative traits, it didn't end very well for me at all. So as you guys can see, I'm on edge, I'm queasy, so strength is reduced, and speed and accuracy is also reduced from the pain that I'm in from starving. So let's just take some more of those painkillers. And where the hell is that zombie coming from? So if we remember from last time, the zombies actually ended up breaking that door there down. So we're going to have to be careful, because there's probably going to be a few just out in this storage house here. Yep, there we go. I can already see one of them. So we're definitely going to have to clear them out before we can go in there, because I can see a couple walking around. Hold on. Oh, that was lucky. I was actually just going to try to make some noise, because that has worked in the past. Just banging on that door, getting their attention, and yeah, you can tell they're really riled up now. They're not happy about that. Okay, so there's 3 in there. Okay, there's 4 in there. I'm trying to draw them out, but for some reason, there we go. So that's 1 down. So there should only be 2 more in there. Holy crap, and there is a lot in there. Alright. So like we did last time, we're just going to stand at the end of this corridor here and just take them out one by one as they come. Okay, so there's definitely a lot more than 4 in there. So I'm actually starting to think me banging on that door perhaps wasn't such a good idea, because it must have got the attention from some of the zombies outside as well. And oh Jesus. Let's just keep that door shut so zombies don't go wandering, especially if they get through those windows and I don't realize. So yeah, last time I checked we didn't actually have anything available for us to really pick up. So we don't have anything too useful, but holy crap, strong panic, accuracy severely reduced, queasy, agitated, minor pain, drowsy. You know, we've definitely had better days. Morale is definitely dropping at the moment. And you know what? I think I had a whole heap of newspapers. Just to try to alleviate the boredom and the stress. I'm gonna have to take some beta blockers just to lower our blood pressure a little bit. Especially if we're gonna have any chance of getting to sleep tonight. And I have a feeling the zombies are potentially banging on that door, because I don't remember it being 4 out of 5. Yep. Okay, so there's definitely zombies out there. But you know what, I can't afford to deal with this at the moment. It's too risky. I've tried this before, it hasn't ended well. And, you know, Darwinism has taught us that if you want to stay alive, if you want to, you know, keep coming out on top, you have to learn from your mistakes. If you don't, you know, you're not going to fare too well in the future. So, what is this? Why am I in pain? Why am I nervous? And why am I nauseous? There's literally zero scratch marks anywhere. There's no bites. There's nothing. Oh, that's okay. Perhaps that chicken I ate, it was bad. I mean, when I ate it, it said that it was fine, but you know, who knows? Let's take a couple more painkillers. Drink some soda. We've gotten rid of that pain. Is there anything else that we can take? Let's read some magazines to make us a little happier. Just to try boost morale, but you know, there's really nothing we can do for today. I'm just gonna have to try and make the right choice here. So strength and healing is reduced because I'm nauseous. But I don't know, I'm actually starting to think perhaps it is just from the toilet water, because it's the second I did it. As soon as I did it, that's when the moodle came up. That's when we knew you were sick. But you know, I can't spend the whole hour-long special, you know, huddled up in the house. That's a little bit boring, isn't it? Anyway, so I did end up getting, you know, 2 questions, and you know, one of them was kind of, just make sure this room is safe. Anyway, one of them was basically just kind of asking, I guess you could say kind of game modes that Project Zomboid could have. So he was talking about, you know, if the game had a respawn system, what do you think about, you know, Project Zomboid having a respawn system? And I mean, I guess it would be kind of cool to have the option to have a respawn system, and I mean, I know you can do it anyway just by backing up the saves. but I don't feel like it's going to be something that the developers are going to put into the game because, you know, from my time on the forums, you know, I've seen lots of people suggesting lots and lots of different ideas, and generally, if it makes the game too easy or if it retracts from the, you know, the really realistic theme that this game has about it, the developers usually just say flat out no to it. You know, they want to keep the game as realistic as possible, you know, because that's really the selling point about this game. I mean, at the moment, zombie games are just absolutely flooding the market. I mean, it's, I don't know, it's kind of hard to think up games that don't have zombies in them at the moment. Like, just every game is kind of taking advantage of them in some way or another. And I mean, lots of them don't really do it right. I mean, there's games like Left 4 Dead and things like that, and they're fun, but they're not really the same theme. I mean, the thing that makes Project Zomboid so successful and so much fun is just the fact that you have to treat it like a real zombie apocalypse. I mean, you have to be smart, you have to kind of think things out a little bit. Whereas, you know, and a lot of the other things like, you know, Call of Duty Zombies, Left 4 Dead, they're really arcadey and it's just running around, you know, gunning down the zombies, and there's no real challenge or, you know, threat to it basically. And, you know, that's what's fun about Project Zomboid. Every single zombie, I mean, is a threat. And, you know, you really have to keep an eye out for that. Every decision you make, you know, if you don't think it out, if you don't carry it out in the right way, it could end badly. Like, even going out for the day to get wood, you know, that could easily be a bad decision. But, you know, by carefully scouting, by knowing where the zombies are, it kind of makes our life a little bit easier. So we have to keep an eye on that because their strength is reduced. We're actually getting exhausted a lot faster. But, you know, I know that all of the zombies are situated down there or up there. I've checked with my line of sight as I've come up, so, you know, I know I'm pretty safe. I'm aware that I'm making a lot of noise, and if there are zombies nearby, they are going to come for me. But, you know, as long as you use your senses, you know, both in game and, you know, like the hearing as well, you know, generally you're going to be pretty safe. So, you know, that's what I really like about Project Zomboid. I think that's what the developers really like about Project Zomboid. So, as far as, you know, adding like a respawn system to the game, I mean, I get where you're coming from. People can, you know, already do it as it is, but it doesn't seem like the feature that the, you know, the developers would add in on their own. You know, perhaps it'd be a mod or something that would do that to make this game more arcade. You know, I covered a mod yesterday that just makes stupidly overpowered weapons just for fun. So, you know, there's always going to be people who want that, but I don't think it's going to become like a default part of the game. Okay, so the other question that this guy had, his name is Jonas Drager Jensen, I think. I don't really know how to pronounce that. It sounds foreign or something. So, you know, my apologies if I get that wrong. But, you know, he also asked me about, you know, what weapons would I like to see in Project Zomboid. And he went on to talk about, you know, some more crazy ideas for like converting like a hammer into a steam hammer, so more of an automated, you know, smash on it. And I don't think they'll ever add weapons like that to the game. They seem a little bit, you know, far-fetched, a little bit over the top. You know, I could see them in a zombie game, and, you know, I could see how they'd be fun. But, you know, once again, I think it's really just going to be something that will be added, you know, when they add mods to the game. You know, so added by modders, not by the developers themselves, just because, you know, I feel like they really want to keep the trend of the, you know, hyper-realism that they've got going at the moment. But as far as weapons, I'd like to see, you know, really, I'd just like to see more everyday items in the game that you could use as weapons. So at the moment, there's already some things in the game that, you know, would fare well as weapons. So you've got, like, fists, being able to push zombies back, being able to kick them from a distance. That would be great addition to the game, and I have seen posts from developers, you know, talking about that, and they do plan on adding, you know, your fists as, you know, a starting weapon to the game, because at the moment, if you run into a zombie at the start, and, you know, you need to deal with it, you know, really the only option is to run away from it, which I suppose isn't too bad when the alternative is, you know, fighting it, you know, with your bare hands, which sounds a little bit crazy. But, you know, other things as well, like the frying pan, you know, you can't use the frying pan as a weapon. You can't use the logs as a weapon. You know, things like that. I just think it would be really cool. And as far as other items go, I mean, you know, really just with weapons, I'd just like to see more things from everyday use that you could put into the game. And, I mean, not necessarily like the steam hammer like you said, but it would be cool if you could, you know, combine more things together to make stronger weapons. So, you know, perhaps if you wanted to, you could, you know, grab a kitchen knife or something. If you had the right utensils to actually strap that onto, you know, like if you had like a broom or, you know, something like that. If you had the saw, you could cut the end of the broom off and then you know, you could somehow either, you know, using duct tape or nails or something, nail like a kitchen knife onto the end of it. So it would make the weapon slower and, you know, probably make it a lot weaker as well because it wouldn't be as durable. But, you know, when they did that, you'd have a lot more range on the weapon, and, you know, just giving the default weapons, giving the default items more variety, and then, you know, I think that would add heaps to the game. Because at the moment, crafting is pretty limited. And I mean, on that side note, things like armor, camouflage, things like that would also be really great. And I mean, they could also add things like binoculars, because at the moment, as you can see, if you hold down the control key in Project Zomboid and just kind of move the mouse around the corners, you can actually kind of see into the distance a little bit further. So, you know, using that same sort of principle, they could add things like binoculars, and there's also lots of really shrubby areas. So over here at the moment, you know, when I'm standing inside, a lot of my line of sight is kind of obscured, so you can see I can't really see through there. And while at the moment I think that is actually unintentional and just a little bit of a bug because there were trees around here beforehand, and, you know, the line of sight hasn't picked up that the trees have disappeared. You know, I think it would be kind of cool if, you know, like things like the bushes, the taller shrubs, you know, you could actually hide in them to, you know, obscure your sight from the zombies. So, you know, more places to stay. And I mean, I guess that kind of leads into, you know, camping as well. So being able to live outdoors, you know, on your own, you know, away from the city. Because, you know, at the moment you can kind of run out into the wilderness. You know, there's trees and it just goes on forever. It's infinite pretty much. And that's pretty cool. But it's not really sustainable. Once you leave the city, there's nothing really out there except for trees. So, you know, I think it would be cool if perhaps you could run into, you know, camps, you know, filled with survivors, you know, small farms, things like that. And, you know, even the ability to make campfires so you could cook food, that would add heaps to the game, because that would be especially useful after, you know, the light went out. Okay, so how are we feeling? We're actually sick, we're a nervous wreck, and we are exhausted, about to pass out. So we've got the bin ready, and we have a whole heap of logs ready to put away, but I mean, I'm getting really worried that I'm actually infected. I'm not sure how I got infected. I haven't been scratched, I haven't been bitten. So I'm really not sure what's up with that. So I'm just going to keep playing it out, because I think I'm fine. I think maybe I've just eaten something bad. I mean, I have no reason to think I'm infected. But we'll see what happens with that. Okay, so we'll go upstairs, we'll have our meal. It's probably just going to be canned food today. Which isn't great for morale. I really like being able to reward myself sometimes, you know, with like a nice steak or, you know, a big dinner. But at the moment, I mean, we don't really have the strength to go out into the town and actually start looking for things, because we do know that over at the diner there is a whole heap of fridges that have, you know, a whole heap of really good food in them, but it's just a matter of getting there at the moment. And actually, you know what, I'm just gonna get rid of that water out of my inventory, because your character automatically drinks it whenever he's thirsty. And if it is, you know, if there's something bad in the water from the toilet, you know, if that's making us sick, obviously we want to deal with that. So, what are we? We're a nervous wreck. Let's take some antidepressants. Let's take some painkillers. We don't need sleeping tablets, but we may need beta blockers too, just to keep us asleep. We also need some food. So yeah, you know, I hope that kind of sums up, or, you know, answers the questions that you asked me. And I mean, I suppose I could elaborate a little bit more on these things. And I mean, you know, I spoke a bit about items, but I haven't really spoken too much about, you know, the actual character's general well-being. And I think what would really be cool if there was, if depression was more of a thing in this game. I mean, you know, you're a normal guy. I'm a firefighter. I actually think professions should also have a role on the way your character behaves a little bit too. So, you know, I'm a firefighter. Obviously, you know, I'm a pretty good guy. You know, I work hard. You know, I save people's lives. You know, I generally do good services for the community. So, you know, based off that logic, you'd think that I wouldn't be the kind of person that would feel good about killing another human being. So, you know, obviously in this playthrough I've only killed one NPC so far on this character, but on my other character I killed every single one that I saw. And I'm just looking for my can opener at the moment. There it is. So, I think it'd be kind of cool if, if you've picked kind of like a respectable class, a respectable person, that they would behave a little bit, like you'd think they would. So if you killed a survivor, they'd be really depressed, they'd be really down about it. Their strength would be reduced because their morale would be down. So kind of like a morale system, not necessarily, depression and that. But, if you've killed someone that goes against, who you are as a person, that should definitely affect the way you behave in the world. So if you killed someone, you're miserable about it, you're not going to, want to work towards saving yourself as much. You're not going to care as much about your own well-being. So, strength, accuracy, things like that are reduced. And, hello, look at that. Okay. So as soon as I got rid of the water, my nausea actually went away. And I'm feeling pretty good again. I'm nice and healthy. I'm still a nervous wreck, so I'm just going to take some more beta blockers just to try help out with that a little bit. And I mean, I guess today, well yesterday actually, we ended up cutting down a whole heap of trees. So we are going to be able to go down and actually secure this area at the moment. And what I think I would like to do is actually still have a path so I can get through it. But, obviously I can't just have one layer and then have a door in it. Like, I need a few doors or something just to make it secure. Because, there's a crap load of zombies that get through here. If I block this off, I've really blocked off a pretty important pathway. So, if I put one layer over, I have a door, another layer down here, and then a second door, and then perhaps a window or a staircase leading up to it so I can just see over just to make sure that the room is clear before I enter it. I think that might work a little bit better, because that way I'm not shutting off an exit point or an entry point even to the other city. And I'd also like to go through and actually barricade some of these windows again. Okay. So there we go, a few more zombies have actually creeped up, but our strength is pretty much all the way back now. We don't have to worry as much about the confrontations anymore. But I am actually just gonna make myself some more food there. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get rid of that zombie, because I am gonna be down there for a little while. So there we go, I've got their attention. Okay, awesome. So they're all dealt with. I'm just gonna run through here. How are we looking? We're looking pretty safe. Okay, so we've got a whole heap of logs that we can pick up. So let's drop all of these off. Okay. Alright, so how many did we end up getting in total? Let's drop those off. We ended up getting 80. That's pretty good for one day's work. But now, unfortunately, the bin is really, really heavy, so it's going to take us a while to push that one on over. A very long while, actually. But that's cool. So I guess now I'll talk a little bit about, patch R and what's happening with that. So over at the forums that, the developers actually, they do have the thread. They don't update it too often, but, every now and then they chuck in some posts just talking about the status of R, or, where, patch R is actually at. And it's been weeks now. In fact, since I started doing Project Zomboid on my channel again, I think the wait has been longer than that. So, God, probably over a month, well over a month now. But, it's a big patch. What they're doing is they're completely redoing the graphics engine, and they're adding heaps and heaps and heaps of content to the game. So, you guys have probably seen the video on my channel, or, on their channel even, of, you know, the new models for the zombies, the new animations, and I mean, they look amazing. They look really, really good. And you know, with that, they're also going to be including the new experimental combat builds as well. So you actually have to, you know, work a little bit harder now to survive in the zombie apocalypse. You guys might notice, you know, I like my kitchen knives. They are a little bit OP, so you know, things like that, they are getting a nerf. And you know, the weapons are going to be a little bit more realistic. The shotguns, the pistols, they actually have aiming systems now. So, you know, when you're targeting a zombie, you'll actually see like this circle, and the longer you target, the smaller the circle gets, so the smaller the accuracy. The smaller the circle, the better the accuracy, basically. And, you know, I think that's going to be really, really cool. And, you know, that's what I'm really, really looking forward to. In fact, the best thing about that is really is just going to be how fast they're going to be able to add content to the game. So, you know, because this new game engine, this new animation system that they're adding, it basically means that they don't have to go through and hand draw all of the sprites. So everything you see here, every different angle, as I turn around, all hand drawn. They had to do it one by one, and I mean that is a super tedious job. I wouldn't want to do that personally, and you know it's really challenging and it takes up a lot of time. What they've done now is they've made it so all they have to do is animate the characters in 3D, and then they've basically set up a script that'll go through and it'll capture, you know, a sprite image every single frame of the 3D animation, and then it'll just translate that over so Project Zomboid can use it. And you know, all of a sudden, you know, they can make much more complex animations. They can make, you know, not just more complex, but you know, more detailed. It's the same thing really, but they can make more of them as well. So, you know, at the moment, the death animation for the zombies are pretty much always the same. But, you know, now because it's so easy for them to animate, they can add a whole heap of, you know, new death animations and things like that. And the thing I'm most looking forward to, and I've mentioned this many times before, is actually the decapitations and things like that. I'm looking forward to, you know, being able to just completely own these zombies. I want to be able to smash their arms off. I want to see them, you know, go flying if I hit them hard enough. Things like that. That's what I'm really looking forward to, and that's why it's taking so long for them to do, because they have to redo so much of the game engine, you know, to get this to work. So I probably about a week ago, they ended up putting up a post, and basically the reason this patch was taking so long is because they were getting these weird graphical errors and graphical corruptions whenever you changed cells. So if you went out to the wilderness or something like that, you know, the game would just go to hell and everything would break. So, you know, obviously they couldn't release a version like that because nobody would really be able to play it. So, you know, probably a bit over a week ago now, they said they ended up finding the fix of, you know, what was causing the graphical corruption, and they are working on it. They mentioned it's not going to be a 5-minute job, and once they've finished it, they're actually going to have to go through and kind of iron out a whole heap of odds and ends. And, yeah, so, you know, they made a bit of progress, and then a few days ago, they ended up making another post. So, you know, they've fixed the biggest issue. They've fixed the, you know, graphical corruption, and now they really just need to go through and, you know, deal with all of the little odds and ends that they haven't fixed up. But apparently mainly the issue at the moment is just with the NPC animation and save file corruption. So, you know, obviously save files are a really, really big thing for this game. And, you know, probably one of the best things about this patch. So obviously they're not going to go release it and all of a sudden take out this huge feature. So that is why it is taking so long, but you know, like they said, they've gotten the worst out of the way now, so hopefully it's not going to take too much longer and we're going to be able to be playing on our version R. One of the coolest things actually, you know, there's so many cool things about this patch, and I mean this isn't the most exciting for a lot of people, but they're going to be fixing up, so they say, the lag issues this game has. So at the moment I have to run it on low while I'm recording just so, you know, it's kind of playable for you guys. Because, you know, if I run it on high, the frame rate is just dismal. It's practically non-existent. So, you know, hopefully when I release that new patch, the frame rate issues are going to be fixed. I'm going to be able to up the graphics. We're not going to have this blocky lighting anymore. It's going to be really nice, really smooth. And that's really what I'm looking forward to. So what's the time now? It is 10 o'clock. See, when I have to talk this much, I lose track of things. It's sometimes hard to commentate and, you know, play at the same time. Okay, so let's just head up the stairs. We have leveled up as well, which is great. So let's just eat some more food and head to bed because we are hungry once again. Where did I put it? Oh, that's right. I left it downstairs, unfortunately. You know what? We're not that hungry. Let's just sleep. Sleep on an empty stomach, and we'll have to get the food tomorrow. I don't want to leave it too much longer, otherwise we'll end up waking up at midday. Okay, so what do we have to level into this time around? We've got blunt, blade, carpentry, and sneaking. So, I don't see the point in leveling into carpentry so far. I mean, it increases the health of some of the things you create, and I mean, I don't really have all that many things that, you know, I'm that interested in that I want to give all that extra health to. So I'm going to go with blade. That's going to be a better survival skill overall, just so I can get that one-shot kill every time. And wow, I do not like waking up to zombie groans. Jesus. Holy crap, that almost gave me a freaking heart attack. So it looks like the survivors are back and they are causing trouble once again. But that's alright, because we're not going to have to worry about the horde anyway. Oh. Oh, come on, man. Okay, so unfortunately for us, the idiotic survivors have once again gone and drawn a whole heap of zombies to our area. And I mean, they're really, really loud. It sounds like there is a lot of them right out there. Our room here is actually looking pretty good still though. So what I'm going to do is just quickly equip my hammer into my secondary slot. I'm actually just going to grab some of these wooden planks and board up these windows here. If it will let me. Okay, so if I just grab these now. Oh, I don't want to place them. This is ridiculous. I don't... okay. This isn't going to happen. It just keeps placing them on the floor. I don't want to place them on the floor. I want to, you know, board up that window. So let's... Oh man. Okay, we're going to have to see what's happening outside at the moment because I can't even hear myself think. Jesus. Okay, we really need to speed this up a little bit. Transfer those wooden planks over. We do need some food as well. We're just going to have to eat this uncooked TV dinner. We don't have time for anything else. That was very close. So we'll just drop that down. So let's go upstairs and just have a look. 'Cause it sounds like a horde to me. Holy crap! Holy shit, I've never seen this many zombies before, ever! Oh my god. What the hell are we meant to do? Okay, one thing I just want to try quickly. Okay, I just wanted to test if you could actually fall off the edge of those because I just needed to know if that was ever actually going to be an issue if I ever needed to get up there. Fortunately, I did injure myself a little bit. Oh god. I'm actually panicking a little at the moment. Take some painkillers, we will heal. But we don't have a whole heap of food on us at the moment, and that's really worrying because our strength is reduced. Our strength and speed is reduced from being injured now. And oh god. Oh god, okay. They are smashing down that door. Oh. Christ, come on. Okay, it looks like we're going to be able to clear these zombies out. Oh, shit. Okay, so I did get... What happened there? I was... Oh, thank God, I was only scratched. I wish it just let me board up that window when I needed to. That didn't need to happen just then. The door's only on 2 health at the moment. And the issue is I don't need 77 planks. I do not need this many at all. I need to drop off as many as I can. And I keep screwing up the placement. Jesus. Okay, there we go. I'm happy with 5. So what I want to do now is actually quickly just get back to this door here. We need to... I must be doing something wrong here. There we go. Finally, it's letting me place a barricade. Thank you. Oh. Things are looking really, really bad for us at the moment. We need to get a barricade over that window there. It's hard when they keep coming through. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay, I got it up. I got it up. Oh, Jesus, this is bad. This is really, really, really bad. You know. Oh! Okay, I just need to get down. I need to drop those wooden planks off. And, oh, fuck, 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 fuck. Okay, just gotta get this door open. Let's shut that one up. And, oh man, we're just gonna... how are we looking? We don't have any wooden planks on us. Oh God, okay. And I did do that for a reason. You know, we've kind of been forced into a corner at the moment. What happens if I get rid of that hammer and I just... This is seriously so difficult. I want to place a barricade, but I've only got one. Okay, there we go. Jesus. Oh man, they've just broken down another door. They've just broken down another door. My shotgun, I left my shotgun downstairs. I'm gonna have to equip this axe. On the off chance I do die, I'm just gonna leave this axe in here. I'm gonna equip my hammer. I don't even have any food. I can eat some sugar. I don't have anything. I don't have a can opener. It's all down in the shed. Oh jeez. Okay, so things are looking really bad. We're gonna have to take this sheet here. We're gonna have to bandage our wound quickly. Unfortunately that damage from jumping out the window, such a stupid time to do it. Stupid time. I did not think that they were actually going to be coming through and attacking us then. Okay. So how are we looking? We have everything that could be wrong with us is wrong with us at the moment. Just eat some painkillers, eat some antidepressants, eat some sleeping tablets, and what else do we have in here that we can use? Beta blockers anywhere. Beta blockers too, and I mean we don't have any food at the moment that we can actually eat. So I just want to see. Okay, so that door there is still safe. We've still got a few layers of protection. I don't think they know where I am at the moment. They know I'm in this house, but they don't know where. So let's just hope for the best when we wake up. Okay. Oh, thank God. So the barricade is still up. I'm not looking forward to this. Okay, that's not too bad. I'll just quickly close that before they catch us peeking. Oh man, I don't... even know what we're going to be able to do. Okay, so there are some zombies down there. They did break through some of the doors. So there's definitely going to be a whole heap downstairs there. And that door there is fine, and that door there is fine. So how we're looking. The problem is because I don't really have any food that I can eat, I can't really go downstairs and actually fight the zombies off, because you know I've got all of these negative things. I've got speed and accuracy reduced, stressed out, reduced strength and healing. And I mean that's really bad. We've been scratched, we've been infected. You know, we're not sure if we're going to turn into a zombie yet, but we need to be able to heal because we're almost starving at the moment. Oh, jeez. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this spiked baseball bat. I'm going to grab the hammer. I'm going to take down this barricade. And we're going to have to try to clear this out a little bit. And oh no. They broke down that front door there as well. Okay. So that door's still 5 out of 5. This one's still 5 out of 5. Okay. Oh, thank you. That zombie had an apple on him. Come on, you son of a bitch. That is one of the worst things about this corridor, because it's only one thick. You've really, you've got to put yourself in a really tight situation to get out. And I know the zombie is out there. I saw it. But, okay, there we go. Jesus. Holy crap. Holy crap, the survivor. Whoever he is, just got all of the zombies' attention. Oh my god, my foot... Oh, my shin got scratched just then. Jesus, okay. That is literally a pile of zombies there. So we're just gonna put this one down quickly, and what we're gonna do is... Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through, open up our crafting as quickly as we can. We don't have a lot of time to do this. We have to be very careful, because I suspect that the zombies are going to keep coming. Okay, so we're gonna take 4 walls with us. Actually 6. Drop the rest of those off. now what we're going to need to do is go over here and actually secure that area. Okay, thankfully our guy has super long arms. Oh, and what an awful time for that bog to happen. Okay, so we're back in. I had to kill that zombie quickly the second I got in. And wow, that zombie was actually a survivor, so he had some water on him, a baseball bat, a few other things. Unfortunately we can't spend too much dwelling on that, because we've still got a few other entrances that need to be secured. I just need to quickly bandage myself up. I did get a scratch on my shin. So we've got 2 scratches so far. So where does that leave us really? That's maybe a 37.5% chance or something like that to actually get infected. Just going off grade 10 probability. So that's definitely going to need to be secured as well. And what I need to do is actually find those door hinges there. That's what I need. So if I actually go back down now and what we need to do is take that, find our saw somewhere wherever we put it. Where did we put it? Okay, there we go, that's our saw. Just so we can make that door frame. Actually, I just want to check something. Do we actually need to make the door frame? No, the door frame is still intact. Never mind. Here I am wasting time when we don't really have much of it available. Okay, so let's get rid of that altogether. Let's get rid of that even. Because what we need now is those wooden planks. There we go. Doorknob, 2 door hinges, and some nails. So that gives us enough for 1 door, which is all we really need at the moment, so I'm not what I wanted. So, you know, I'm more than happy with that for the time being. And holy crap, that was insane. That was so intense. I can't believe we actually made it through that alive. We lost almost everything. Every single door pretty much got destroyed there. Everything that could be destroyed, the zombies just absolutely tore through. And I mean, I don't know, that actually kind of felt like a storm or something, because I don't know, you know how you kind of have that calm before the storm and you're kind of panicking and you're trying to make sure everything's secure in time before it finally hits, and then when it does hit, if you're not prepared, you know, it can just be really, really messy, and that's kind of what happened just then. We tried our best to get everything secured, and I mean, we ended up getting the doors barricaded, but it just wasn't enough. The zombies broke through it like it was nothing. So let's eat some food for the first time in the last couple of days. At least something good anyway. Okay, let's get ourselves up to very well fed. So we've got a healing boost now, strength boost as well. It's 10 o'clock, so we do have to start thinking about bed. So I'll take some of those painkillers. And, you know, with that, it's time to go to bed. I mean, morale is definitely up. Things aren't looking too good for us at the moment. It's pretty glim. But, you know, we recovered. We had a really, really bad situation, and we recovered from it. So with that, it's time to go to sleep and just hope for the best. So I'm going to level up into Blade again. And keep going. Okay, so we're still in pain. We are a little bit anxious. But, you know, there's nothing we can really do except take a few painkillers. Do we have anything to drink? Not really. Unfortunately, we wasted most of it during that, you know, kind of sheer moment of panic. Yeah, okay. And actually, where is my axe? There we go. I'm actually just gonna switch my axe back over instead of the spiked baseball bat. And you know what's actually kind of really depressing and really disappointing is that if we would have just boarded that area off earlier, we could have avoided that situation altogether. But because we didn't, you know, things went bad really fast, and we paid the price for it. And I guess that goes back to what I was talking about earlier at the start of this game. I mean, you've really got to think every decision through, and you know, because it can just come back to bite you in the ass. I mean, you know, I wasted all that wood making that sky bridge there, thinking, you know, oh, you know, I'll be fine. You know, I'll have plenty of time to make my wall when I need to. But you know what? I didn't have plenty of time. I didn't have any time at all. I mean, I had time to gather the wood, but you know, by then it was too late. And you know, I ended up paying for it. And I thought it was going to be safe, but you never know. So it's all about making the right decisions when they need to be made. And unfortunately, that was not the case. So let's make the rest of our walls. And actually, after experiencing that, I no longer want to make that multi-layered wall system with doors, because really, if the zombies want to get in, they're going to get in. They don't care how many doors there are, they're just going to smash them down straight up. So it's going to be really scary when they add in the feature that zombies can actually break down those walls there. That's really going to be scary. Okay, so where's our hammer? There we go. And our nails, wherever they are, I must have dropped them back off. Here we are. Okay, so we've got 15 walls. Drop those off into our inventory. That is actually pretty heavy for us, so we're going to have to get rid of a few things if we're going to be able to take this over. Get rid of that hammer. Is there anything else? We can actually get rid of a whole heap of these kitchen knives just temporarily. Just drop them all off. And I mean, I guess no matter what we do, it's going to be really heavy for us. And those zombies stole our wheelie bin. Those sons of bitches. I have no idea where they are, where it actually went. I saw it kind of spazzing out at one point. It was going in every direction because there must have been so many zombies around it. But I cannot see it anywhere. That's okay. So what I'm just going to do is drop off 10 of them. And I mean, we might just have to make a few trips. Better not forget my hammer. So we're gonna head up here, and I mean, I think gonna have to be a little more careful when I'm actually using this, because I think that's what happened last time. All of the zombies saw me. As soon as they saw me standing up here, they just flocked, and we might have been okay if, you know, we didn't draw that attention to ourselves. So I'm definitely gonna have to build, you know, some walls, not necessarily along the whole sky bridge, because if they're gonna see me, they're gonna see me. But maybe just a few around the edges there, so, you know, I can set up a window or something that I can actually see out for myself. Okay, let's deal with these bastards. Okay. Oh, did not see that one around the corner there. Okay, so there's still quite a lot of zombies down there, but you know, we don't really have any negative moodles at the moment, so we should be fine to deal with all of these zombies. Yeah, we're definitely going to be able to take these guys out, no problem. Oh, maybe. Yeah, we should be able to take them out. Okay, so I'm thinking if we just start walling that off straight away. That's looking pretty secure already. I want to get a couple more planks just to chuck them in a little bit more around there just to really secure it. But for the most part, you know, that's looking a lot better than what we had before. So there's still a crap load of zombies in this house here. And we are definitely going to have to clear that out. I'm not comfortable living next door to zombies. They're not very polite neighbors. Okay, so thankfully they didn't do too much damage to this place. They just knocked down that front door there. And they also got in to the second part of the flat. But what do we have here? We've got some food, which is great. It's actually the first time in a long time that we've actually had something, you know, good and healthy. Is there anything else that we've left in here? No, not really. But you know what? It's been a rough couple of days, and I mean, you know, this kind of goes against my rules, but if I was in this situation, I've just been scratched twice. I'm definitely going to want a night just to sit back, relax, have a few drinks, calm down a little bit, soothe the nerves a bit, and just relax for the first time in, you know, well over a month. Just have a night of relaxation. And unfortunately, the stat counter actually reset how long we've survived for. So I think it reset it at 30 days, so I guess it still works. We can just call it 32 days, 5 hours, just add the 30 on. What was that? Oh jeez, looks like... I did not even see that zombie until it started banging on the door. And look at that, I don't even remember killing this many zombies at once. I don't even know how I managed to pull that off. Just crazy. Crazy amount of zombies there. And look at that, you can't even see my legs at the moment. There is a pile of zombies so big it's up to my groin. Okay, so how's this place looking? So there's another zombie in here, I'm not sure where he came from. I've been seeing a few of those lately. But all is done for the day. Our place is a lot more secure. We still have to worry about that part there, but you know, we've secured off the front of our house now, so nothing can get in through the front. The only entrance point now is actually the door over at our, you know, little shanty, our little shack that we've, you know, put together ourselves. And I actually plan on getting rid of that as soon as possible, because I would like to be able to make, you know, ropes to climb down out of. Because, you know, when those zombies came last time, I was actually getting really worried we were going to have to jump from this window and just hope to God that we were okay to run. Alright, so let's have some whiskey. Brutally shit-faced at the moment. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. And yeah, that's really all we can do now. Just head to bed, wake up, and hope tomorrow's a better day. Okay, there we go. It's 7 o'clock. Our panic has actually gone away. So my shin is still bandaged. Where else was I scratched? I can't actually remember off the top of my head. Okay, so I scratched my left forearm and on my left shin. Alright though, we're looking pretty good. Let's head out, we'll finish securing that area. And, you know, I think we'd call that a pretty good day. I might also go up and, you know, start working on the second layer of that house finally. So, where did I chuck all of those things? There we go. Okay, so at the moment we've got ourselves 10 wall pieces. And I'm just gonna place those around there a little bit. And I mean, it doesn't look like much at the moment, but it's definitely better than what we had before. And we've still got 6 left over just to make sure that that place is completely secured off. Let's actually see if there's a notable difference down here. There is definitely less zombies. Definitely less. Usually we have to clear out a whole group. Oh, actually, I suppose a few more did spawn. There is one coming, yeah. So they're still getting through that little gap there. There we go, they're definitely not getting through that one. And I just need to secure this side here too. So that, definitely secure. So now really the only point of entry is down this path here or up and around over there. And you know what? It's only 11 o'clock. So we've still got plenty of time left in the day, and instead of actually going out and just cutting down trees... Hey, there's our willy bin. Instead of cutting down trees, you know, like we normally wouldn't work in the fortress, I actually need to go out and get ourselves, you know, some healthier food, I think. Because kind of overeating canned food every night. So I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out when I run, because, you know, there is a chance that, you know, the horde is up here. Just look at all this blood here. So you guys might have seen a few episodes ago that we actually, you know, found a survivor, and he was bleeding out. When he ran, you know, he just blood trail all behind him. So we know that there has been a survivor along here somewhere. And, you know, he could have been the same fool that was bloody shooting his shotgun off, and the reason all those zombies were there in the first place. So, you know, good riddance personally, but... yeah, this is definitely some dead survivors around here. So I'm going to make sure just to loot them all, just in case, you know, one of these survivors does have something good on them. But it doesn't look like I can loot any of the bodies. Just jump out this window here. I'm just going to leave that alone. And this is not the place I thought I was going. We want to go over to that diner there. Okay, so these vending machines, I'm pretty sure I've raided them already. I did leave the 6 bottles of orange soda behind though last time. And, okay, so that window's been broken down. There's a whole heap of junk food on the floor. There's actually a freezer or a drink fridge down the end as well. Ooh. Lots and lots of junk food. Holy crap! We've hit the jackpot. Okay, so that's going to last us a few more weeks, definitely. Go around, get as much as we can. And I know when I said when I left, you know, we wanted to go get some healthier food instead of eating canned food. So we've gone from canned to packaged. Which isn't all that much better, but there is a few fridges out back that we can use. So what's in this one here? Look at that, we've found ourselves some steak, salmon, apples, pies. Once again, going back to the same principle, you know, you've always got to be making the right decisions. You can't get lazy like I did just then. You know, you've got to keep looking, keep watching, you know, keep making sure before you run into a room that there are no zombies in it. You can't slip up. But, you know, today was actually pretty productive. If we go through, look at all that food. There is so much. Oh geez, there was a lot of zombies coming out of that burned building. Actually, you know what? That looks like where the horde has migrated to. So what I've just done is turned on this jukebox, and this is actually kind of based off a suggestion that, you know, I should try and make as much noise as possible in other areas to draw zombies' attention. And unfortunately, nothing seems to be coming out of it. It just seems to be lagging my game, so we're just gonna leave that alone. But hopefully the zombies can hear something coming from it, and that will draw their attention away from me. So just gonna haul ass back home. And it looks like we're safe. The zombies never saw us. We outran them. No problem. Okay, so with that we're actually going to have to go in, unload all of the perishables that we got, just so none of them go rotten. I'm going to eat that steak tonight. Okay, so there's that bread. And oh geez, the music died. Everything seems to be dying since I turned that jukebox on. Not the best idea. Okay, so we've definitely got lots and lots of food in this fridge. We're really packing up full. Okay, so let's cook ourselves a steak. Nice reward for all of our hard work lately. Oh no! The electricity's off. Is it? The electricity is finally turned off. I can't actually use the stove at all. Well, shit. Okay, there goes that celebration. So it looks like we're going to be eating crisps and soda once again. That's actually really depressing. We worked hard for that steak. we took a risk, especially when that horde has, you know, just gone out there. And I think we've spotted where they migrated, because when we did see them last time, it did look like they were kind of heading up that area a bit. So it looks like they're up around that area of the city now. So we're just going to have to keep a mental note of that for the future. But with that, my throat is dry as hell, and my throat, you know, it's starting to hurt. But I think I've been recording for an hour now, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was definitely one of the funnest ones I think we've had so far. Covered a lot. So yeah, if you guys like this episode, be sure to leave a thumbs up, favorite, subscribe, and you know, check out my other videos. I'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Project Zomboid.